Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here, pretty much word for word. There is a link in the description. If you do like the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. The headline tells us that in Texas, San Antonio, a woman tries to kidnap a 4-year-old girl. This occurred at a Walmart. Essentially, the woman concerned, her name is Jessica Vega, 35 years of age. Essentially, she walked up to a mother who was with her shopping cart, and her 4-year-old girl, her 4-year-old daughter, was in the shopping cart, sat in there. Her other daughter, the mother's other daughter, was holding on to the shopping cart. And this random crazy woman, Jessica Vega, 35 years of age, allegedly walked up to the shopping cart and started pushing it away. So she took it out of the hands of the other daughter that was holding on to the shopping cart. And this crazy woman started pushing the shopping cart away with the 4-year-old girl still sat, presumably, in the shopping cart. How weird is that? Pretty weird. Now, she didn't get very far, thankfully. A Walmart employee intervened and stopped this crazy lady who was known or is known to the Walmart concerned for being involved in a previous incident at the store, of which we don't know the details of the previous incident. But apparently this crazy woman said to the mother, after she had been apprehended, the crazy woman said, "Just because she's yours doesn't mean I can't take her." I mean, that's just weird. That is just utter craziness. And that's what happened. Again, the crazy lady, Jessica Vega, was apprehended by a Walmart employee. Well done, that Walmart employee. There's no description of any fracas, no real struggle. So to me, my take on it is, again, and I'm repeating myself, and I'm not being overly astute perhaps, but this is just like utter craziness in my mind. This doesn't seem like a pre-planned attempt. This doesn't seem to be an act of human trafficking or anything like that. It just seems like this woman acted on impulse and just did something utterly inappropriate. Now, I don't wish to downplay things by saying the word inappropriate. We all do inappropriate things. I do multiple times every day. I'm not trying to downplay the situation. It's incredibly serious, but I perhaps am downplaying the intent. And I'm interested in what you have to say. If I'm being completely out of order, if you fully disagree, please tell me. But my take on it, for whatever it's worth, again, as a layman, I'm no expert here, as you well know, but my take on it is this isn't pre-planned. This is someone who is suffering mental illness doing something utterly bizarre, not necessarily with any ill intent. That's kind of my take on it. How off the mark am I? I don't mind if you tell me I'm way off the mark. The article does tell us about another recent incident, which I also made a video about. I'll just go over that part. In August, an 85-year-old man was arrested after allegedly offering a woman $100,000 to buy her daughter. So an 85-year-old man at a grocery store went up to a woman, a mother. I think the girl concerned was 8 years of age. He had a chat with the mother and the daughter, complimented the daughter. "Oh, your daughter's so pretty." Always strikes me as a weird thing, but that's what people say. And then the guy says, "Oh, I'll offer you $100,000 if you allow me to buy your 8-year-old daughter." He was arrested. He was already on probation for doing a similar thing in 2018. And again, my take on it, and again, as a layman, is it's an act of insanity from someone whose mind is not there. I don't think it's necessarily, it doesn't strike me. My take on it is it wasn't an attempt to human traffic or sex traffic or anything along those lines. There may have been some utterly inappropriate sexual intent behind it. I wouldn't say that's not the case, but and I don't wish to downplay things, but to me it strikes me more as an act of utter insanity as opposed to evil intent. That's my take on it. I'd be interested in getting any feedback, positive or negative, in regards to that. And that's pretty much this story. So did I mention the woman concerned, Jessica Vega, has been charged with a felony of attempted kidnapping. I hope that she gets what she deserves. And what is that? Well, to be taken out of greater society. She should not have exposure within society. So whether or not that means she should be incarcerated in a jail or prison, whatever you guys call it in the United States, or she should be institutionalized, either way, whatever it happens to be, she should be taken out of greater society. And no, being placed under house arrest isn't good enough. Being given probation isn't good enough. She needs to be locked up, either, no, I won't even say for her own safety. I won't even say that. She needs to be locked up for the greater good of society. And I would leave it up to the powers that be, the judges, the psychologists, to determine whether or not she ought to be determined to be mentally ill, to the extent that she'd be better off in a mental institution. Anyway, that's the main part of the article, but I will mention just a couple of other things. The article tells us that most kidnappings involving school-age children happen before or after school, when kids are traveling to and from school, as well as after dinner time. More than 600 attempted abductions occurred in 2020, and common tactics include offering a child a ride, money or treats, asking the child questions, and using an animal to interest or entice the child. So I don't know. I mean, I'll be really, really honest. And I don't mean to downplay this type of thing, you know that. But 600 actually strikes me as a low number. Am I an idiot? That strikes me as a fairly low number. I'm glad that it's not much higher than that, because I believe it to be much higher than that. I believe that the actual true numbers will be much higher than that. That's what's striking me. I'm no expert, I'm no expert, but I have been doing this true crime thing for give or take about a year. And notably, in the last couple of months, I've been quite active on my Twitter account. And there are so many missing person reports, so many missing children reports. I would think that the real number is much higher. But anyway, we do need to be aware that this is the type of thing that happens. I'm going to say that we ought to be very grateful that the woman concerned, to me, wasn't that motivated. I think if she were motivated, it would have been pre-planned. They would have yanked this child or another child, shoved them in a car and sped off. That would be a pretty easy thing to do, I would have thought, relatively speaking. But none of those things happened. She kind of casually strolled away. So to me, there wasn't any real intent, any real motivation to follow through with an actual kidnapping, is my take on it. And so I think we ought to be thankful for that, thankful that a Walmart employee did step in, thankful that she's been arrested. And I guess that's all we can be thankful for right now. So I'll thank you for your time. Hopefully this video has been half decent. I think it's been half decent, not my best, but that's fine. I've kind of dropped out of the habit of making videos, and there's a few different reasons for that. I would like to get back into the habit, but it is a bit of a struggle because it is time consuming, etc, etc. But anyway, enough of my waffle. Actually, I'm going to say not enough of my waffle, because I do want to start more waffling. I want to waffle. I like waffling. I kind of have felt that it's a little bit inappropriate to do the waffling whilst making these true crime videos. But maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll slip in a little bit more waffling for those that like the waffling, and it is only very, very few of you that do. So anyway, nobody's here right now, I'm quite sure, but if you are, thank you very much, and take care.